Okay, so let's now have a look at our eyes. And so it's the same kind of deal, really. So we've got to reference our so right eye and left eye. So we're going to use those two, and then what we want to do is to change their position and change the scale. Now, if we look in here, be careful because this the orientation of this has changed. It's not like this. You can see that the anchor is not the same, right? So we've got the Y up here, and here we've got the Z up or down, I guess. So this here we need to be careful about this and update the Z for the scale. And then for the position, well, the position of the eye left is exactly 0. So where are we? Here, 0, 0. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to change the X and the Z to move up, down, left, and right. And same then for the other eye. So let's begin. Let's go to the view controller. And in here, let's make a bit of space. Okay, so first of all, we have our eye right, and it's got a scale.z, remember? And here we want to have, so we're going to use the eye right, so eye blink right, but it goes the other way, obviously. So if you blink, your eye is closed, and to do that, basically we need to do 1 minus. So if it's completely closed, it's -1, which is a 0 of scale, so your eye looks like it's closed. Otherwise, you're not blinking at all, which this coefficient is going to be 0, which means that the scale of your eye is just going to be the normal cylinder, fully formed at a scale of 1. Right? Okay, so let's carry on. So I write dot position dot x, and here we have the look in and look out that we need to average. So if I look in, so let's do equals, I look I look in right. Let me just make sure I get this correct, so at least I'm right. Yeah. And I'm going to do minus, I look out, and I want the right one. There we go. Okay, so those coefficients are from 0 to 1. Obviously, I want to, if we move by 1, that's a whole meter. So we want to convert this to centimeters. If we look out, we're going to do a minus 1, or yeah, -1 centimeter. Otherwise we do the other way. So what we need to do here is obviously to divide this by 100, and that should be enough, really. So we can move on to eye right dot position dot z this time. And let me just make sure we've got this right. So the position, the Z position in the face. So if I move this I left or I right, but since we're on the right, let's just do right. So if I move this by 0.05, we've gone down. Interesting. Okay, so we want to go down by 1 centimeter maximum. Okay, so let's see how to do this in code. So the Z position here, we need to have access to our eye look. So look up, eye look up right minus I look down right. Yeah, and that will go from -1 to 1. So obviously, once again, we need to divide that. Oops, I didn't do the division here. Divide by 100. And see how this does. So now that we've done actually the right eye, let's just do the left eye. So here all I need to do is copy and paste, and I'm gonna be a bit lazy. I'm gonna do eye right, and here replace with eye left. So it's looking at this one. I say yes, replace that one, that one, that one, and done. It's only those three. Where were we? I left, and here I want to have left, 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 go away, go away, left, and the last one here, left. Okay, so let's debug this. Left and right is quite confusing, especially when you're looking at a selfie camera. And I probably got this wrong, but you never know. It might be correct. So let's run the app. That's the best way to know directly if I failed or not. Okay, so there's one eye that's not moving, weirdly. Oh, it's not moving. Why is this? If I look up and down, no, it doesn't seem to be doing. What have I done here? Eye left position. Okay, so the blinking works. If I only close one, I think I got left and right actually confused. So that's not good. But then I'm not sure why the position is actually not. Are they moving at all? I think, yeah, actually they are moving, but they're moving in the same. Yeah, okay, I see what's going on. Right, so I need to reverse the look in left, and oh, I have, yeah, look out, look in and look out for the left or the right. Ugh, this gets really confusing. So let's cut this and put it in front and then do minus. Okay. Also, the X position doesn't move very much, so I'm gonna divide by 50 only. And we'll see that in the next video. Actually, let me just run this. Obviously, looking out and looking in is reversed if you look at the left eye or the right eye. And this is what we didn't take into account. Now the looking up and down I thought would actually work better than that. And it might be that we're not moving them enough. We've divided by too much, so the 100 is might be not good. Oh yeah, okay, so there, that is perfect. That's really good. See, I'm looking on the right here, and both of my eyes are going to the right, the correct direction. Although if I close this one, weirdly, it's closing the wrong eye. Oh, that's really strange. Okay, so I'm going to do is just rename this left, and this one is going to be right. And that should fix my problem, but yeah, it's not... I makes a bit of a mess in naming my variables here. Sorry about that, guys. This is coding, this is debugging, and I'm sure for your production apps you will be a lot more diligent than I will be in here, but going back and like renaming and replacing everything might just waste your time, and I don't want to do that. So let's now run this and see how this looks. Okay, so yeah, now if I move my mouth on this side, that works, and that is the right blink as well. Awesome. Okay, so we are finally getting somewhere. Now if I add some code for the brows, that's going to give our little fun face here a lot more expression. You will see straight away that actually makes a big difference. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video here, and we see you in the next, which is not the last, but the next video, which is going to be animating the brows. All right, see you there.